Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from USA Today that was published on December 24th, written by Elia E. Dastigar. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. Really don't care at this point. How to persuade someone to take the COVID-19 vaccine. This is a complete fucking propaganda piece. This is like how to, guilt and manipulate your friends and family into getting the vaccine. That's what this article amounts to. That's why I'm covering it. The vaccines are coming. Now, how many Americans will actually get them? It's a looming question, perhaps the most important one. As the coronavirus continues to surge in the U.S., medical experts say vaccine-induced herd immunity, when enough people are immune to that the virus will find it difficult to spread, is the best way to end the pandemic. The hell with natural fucking herd immunity, when 99.9% of people recover from this shit pretty much across all age groups, except for like people with comorbidities like diabetes, lack of vitamin D, on the note of, like, say, another type of medical issue, let's just ignore all that shit. Everyone needs to get their fucking jab, and they need to be guilted into it by their family members. They need to manipulate their family members into it. You need to be a good little lackey and do that to your family. It's a looming question. Perhaps it's a looming question. No, it's not. I'm sorry, but it isn't. And they're trying to make it out to be like way bigger and more important than what it really is. Overall, 60% of Americans say they would definitely or probably get the vaccine if one were available today, according to a Pew Research Center survey this month, up from 51% who said so in September. Nearly 40% said they definitely or probably would not get a coronavirus vaccine, though about half of this group, about 18% of U.S. adults, said they could change their minds. See, this is what they're looking at. They want to manipulate people. What will it take? USA Today spoke with Jay Van Baval, a professor of psychology and neuroscience at New York University and director of the Social Identity and Morality Lab, and Gretchen Chapman, a psychology professor at Carnegie Mellon University, who studies judgment and decision in health, to get advice on what everyday Americans can do to encourage their families, friends, and community members to get the vaccine. You mean manipulate them, you fucking cocksucker? Be honest. Because as we get in here, you're going to clearly see this is about manipulation. Don't judge people. Meet them where they are. Last week, the U.S. marked the milestone, 300,000 deaths since the beginning of the pandemic. Okay, and you try to look at this and say, 300,000. These are the same people that said, months ago we were going to have like 2 million dead. Seriously. So what does that tell you? 1 to 2 million dead, they said. But, let's just ignore that. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's senior official for infectious disease, said if most people get vaccinated, we could really turn this thing around toward the end of 2021. From a disease that 99.9% of most age, pretty much all age groups except for the very, very, very old, the people who are above the, the idea of like, average life expectancy, pretty much 99% of everyone else, 95%, with older people, recover from this. But yeah, we need to do this. We need to all get vaccinated. I mean, like, seriously, to try to push that with a recovery rate like that is some seriously retarded shit. Many people who plan to get vaccinated are confounded by those who are hesitant. But Van Bavel said there are understandable reasons that someone would be uncertain about a brand new vaccine. Now, this is what's funny is he basically comes around and tries to say, well, it's because they're stupid. Right here. Regular people are not trained in science, he said. No. You're kidding me? A lot of people actually do understand science. They do their own research, but because they're not like him, they don't understand science, according to him. But he said, they're not trained in science, he said. They haven't been trained to think analytically about these kinds of complex scientific issues. And when they don't trust mainstream news sources or scientific authorities, and they don't know how to vet information, then it's understandable from that perspective they could be misled. Now, this is what's funny is basically he's chalking it up to that they're stupid, okay? They're too stupid to be able to understand basic concepts of science. They're too stupid, to have been trained to think, that they're too stupid to think analytically about these kinds of complex scientific issues, which it really isn't that complex. And when they don't trust mainstream news sources or scientific authorities and don't know how to vet information. So basically, because they don't trust the shit that's coming from the CDC or these assholes that keeps flip-flopping on shit, or Fauci where he keeps flip-flopping, or the CDC where they keep flip-flopping, the World Health Organization where they keep flip-flopping, and they can't make up their mind on shit because they can't, because they look at that and they're skeptical. They don't know how to vet information. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, this is probably going to be a twofer on the coronavirus from what it looks like with me, because I was going to stagger out these articles, but I think I'm going to do two in a row, foul-mouthed news type of thing. I think it's going to be, two foul-mouthed news videos, because this shit fucking pisses me off. That they how they treat people with this shit. Like we're fucking stupid. Like we're fucking numb. It's got to be because, we can't make informed decisions and decide not to do this. I mean, that's basically what this asshole's saying here. So because they don't know how to vet information, then it's understandable from that perspective that they could be misled. It isn't that they made an informed decision. No, they were misled. It isn't that they made a personal choice. They were misled. In today's outrage culture, he said, people often use shame to call out what they perceive to be irresponsible behavior, but shame is not nearly as effective in changing behavior as some might think. Well, at least this asshole gets a clue, but he looks at the fact of you're going to use other means to do it. You're going to manipulate them. You're going to use emotional means to do it. You're going to manipulate your family. I mean, that's what he says. Authors of a paper developed by the Center for Public Interest Communications in the United Nations verified initiative on building trust in the COVID-19 vaccine wrote, shame is likely to achieve the opposite reaction we're hoping for. Look to more constructive emotions like love, hope, and the desire to protect to get people to act. And the desire to protect to get people to act. So basically, manipulate them. That's what they're saying there. We want you to manipulate people because guilting them isn't working. So we're going to try and manipulate them because they're fucking stupid. And because they're fucking stupid, we should be able to get away with manipulating them. They'll be too stupid to realize they're being manipulated. That's what's going on here. They want you to manipulate people because the people that are against the that don't want to necessarily get the coronavirus, they got to be too stupid. They must be manipulated. So if they're being manipulated, why shouldn't we manipulate them? Oh my God, this is some ridiculous shit. This is such propaganda. This is about recruiting people to fucking guilt everyone into getting the vaccine. It's disgusting. Don't dismiss people's concerns. Reasonable skeptics are not going to trust the vaccine just because someone said they should. If someone is skeptical of Big Pharma, for example, don't disregard that. There's lots of reasons that you should be skeptical of the financial interests of large pharmaceutical companies, Van Bavel said. Oh, there's more than just their financial concerns. Let's see, there's the cover-ups for all the drugs that they put out that are unsafe. There's all the other shit that's gone on with the fact of like vaccines and what they've done. Okay, you look at the polio vaccine. It's got the SV40 cancer virus, SV40 cancer virus, which is a primate cancer virus. This is documented. Everything's, just ignore stuff like that. Just ignore. It's because of their financial interest. No, the mistrust of Big Pharma. The people who do not trust Big Pharma, okay, it has nothing to do with the fact of, their financial interests that you're saying that people should be skeptical of. It has to do with their actual business practices. That's why you're deflecting away and saying, you should be skeptical of their business, their financial interests, and ignoring everything else. And you can tell this was written with intersectionality in mind and all this other bullshit, which they actually get into later in this. They actually pull the identity politics bullshit with this too. If an African American is hesitant about getting the vaccine, don't ridicule that. Black people have been repeatedly mistreated by the medical community. Dismissing their concerns about a COVID-19 vaccine shows a lack of empathy and misunderstanding of history. Now, this right here is about low expectations. This right here is about the fact of they're thinking black people are fucking stupid. Okay? Because a black person, they're making it because, they're making their decision because of how, blacks were treated by like the medical establishment in the past. It has nothing to do that they're intelligent, articulate people and they're making an informed decision and decided that they don't want to take the vaccine. No, it's because of the fact of how blacks were treated in the past. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're, their intelligence and making an informed decision now. Oh no, it's because they're stupid black people according to this asshole. Okay. And because because of shit that's happened in the past, they're making a stupid decision. We gotta manipulate them and change their minds. This asshole's misunderstanding of history. Hey, I love that misunderstanding of history. This has nothing to do with that misunderstanding of history. You try to make it sound like this is about, the past. This is about the present. Don't treat people's concerns as dumb. Well, you're fucking doing it, you cocksucking bitch. Literally, in this article, you're treating their concerns as dumb. With this, you are literally saying that black people's concerns are based on shit that's happened in the past, on fucking systemic racism and all this other shit, okay? And you're basically calling them fucking too stupid to realize that shit's over with what you're doing here. So we need to manipulate them. Holy fucking Christ, you sleazy motherfucker. You fucking white liberal cock gobbling bitch. You really think black people are fucking stupid. And it's disgusting, you racist motherfucker. But yeah, don't listen. Their concerns is dumb. Listen to them, validate them, and figure out how to address them. The first thing is just understanding the base of those concerns and not trying to dismiss them, but trying to grapple with them, Van Bavel said. Know that person's politics aren't everything. Like, this has, because it's got to be because of politics that people are not wanting to take the vaccine. Maybe all those lefties that were scared by Kamala and fucking Joe Biden about, it'll be unsafe because Trump was behind it and all that other shit, behind getting it done. That might be politics, but that's because they're low information voters. Politics is not generally playing a role in this. But know that politics aren't everything. The pandemic has been politically charged from the start. But who made it politically charged? You fucking cock-gobbling cocksuckers. You fucking shitbricks on the on the left with the false paradigm are the ones that fucking made it political. Fuck you. But don't assume. All right, so this is where identity politics starts to come in. The pandemic has been politically charged from the start. But don't assume political identity is the only one that matters in decision making. See, this is where the fucking identity politics comes in. Identity is intersectional, involves a lot of things, Chapman said, including race, gender, and religion. There are some pretty interesting dynamics going on here. Yes, because you always have to equate shit down to all these little fucking arbitrary boxes that you try to check, tick with people. It isn't the fact that they're an individual that's made a fucking informed choice for themselves and said, I'm not going to take it. No, it has to be intersectional fucking bullshit. It's got to be more than politics, and it's got to be all these little boxes that we want checked off with people. No, that's not how it works, you fucking retards. For example, Democrats are more enthusiastic about the vaccine than Republicans. Bullshit. They weren't for the longest time because you know what? They were being told by Kamala and fucking Biden and other people and you shitbricks in the legacy media that because Trump was behind it, it's not fucking safe. Now you want everyone to and their mother to fucking take the thing. You fucking sleazy bastards. But they're more enthusiastic about than Republicans because Republicans actually looking at shit going, there's a 99.9 fucking % survival rate. Why the fuck should I take the vaccine? And you're trying to limit this to the false left-right paradigm. Okay, this isn't about the false left-right, but you're trying to make it about it. But black Americans who lean Democrat are skeptical of vaccines because of their history of abuse by the medical system. For some, racial identity may be more potent than political identity. See, identity politics. They're playing the fucking identity politics game. They're grouping all blacks into one fucking group. That this is so fucking racist. It's not even funny. This is like white liberal racism at its fucking finest. Seriously. This is some disgusting, vile shit. Making it about racial identity if a black person decides they're not going to get the fucking vaccine. I think Tario, what the fuck is his first name? The guy who leads the Proud Boys, I think, as a Afro-Cuban, he would take great offense to this fucking shit. Saying it's because he's a Republican. He's not a Republican. He's a Trump supporter, number one. Oh, well, he's hesitant because he's black. No. It's because he's looked at shit like the survival rate and everything else, and I'm sure that would be, his reasoning on why he's against himself getting a vaccine, if he is. I'm sure he would take offense to how you're grouping him in by his skin color, you sleazy fucks. You try to do that with the Spanish, all the Spanish, like the Cubans, because, he's Afro-Cuban. He's still got Hispanic in him, okay? You thought that all the fucking Spanish people would vote for Joe Biden. Then you saw the Venezuelans and the Cubans go, oh, fuck no, okay? Because they fled countries where the left's fucking socialist bullshit reigned supreme and ruined the fucking countries and stole their fucking wealth and put them into poverty. You people are racist, vile, disgusting human beings. Every one of you motherfuckers that pushes this type of shit truly are. In a perfect, limitless, resourced world, the authors of the United Nations paper wrote, we'd have the opportunity to craft highly specific campaigns for each community and identity. Yes, because we need to make this about identity politics instead of the fact that, an individual deciding not to go along with your bullshit made the decision based on the fact of being informed, based on what they've seen for information, based on the fact of, personal choice. Not, we can't look at that. It has to be because of their skin color or some other thing like, ethnic related or whatever else. It has nothing to do with the fact of being an individual who made a fucking choice. Ask questions to learn whether you're talking to someone who is anti-vax or vaccine hesitant. Oh my God. This is some ridiculous shit with these things. This is why I wanted to cover this. Before launching into your argument, try your best to size up your audience. How about the fact that you just let a person live their own fucking life? Leave them the fuck alone. We size up your audience. Is this person vaccine hesitant or a hardcore anti-vaxxer? It isn't likely you'll change the mind of a militant anti-vaxxer, but experts say they're rare. Those who are skeptical of vaccines are far more common. Yeah, but you label them all anti-vaxxers. Now there's a distinguishing thing between the two that you want to acknowledge? Interesting. To figure out where someone stands on COVID-19 vaccines, be curious. Ask questions like, why do you think that? Or where are you hearing this? Or why do you trust this? Oh my God, this is like fucking, this is the shit that communists fucking in the Soviet Union taught people to do, okay, on pushing propaganda and shit like that. Oh my God. Asking such questions will help you understand if people are persuadable and what may persuade them. For example, if someone thinks COVID-19 is no more dangerous than the flu, you know which belief you have to correct. Well, considering the flu is more deadly, okay, it does not have a 99.9% survival rate with almost every age group. Bad example, assholes. And this idea of belief you have to correct. Like it's your moral obligation to correct how they believe and what they think and how they feel. Fuck you, you fucking sleazy cocksucking bitch. If they're getting their information from certain sources, now I love this, underline certain sources, and it's like the whole pushing misinformation thing with YouTube and the shit that they're pulling with removing videos and censoring and shit like that, pushing the propaganda. But anyway, from certain sources with an agenda, they've been indoctrinated to be skeptical of experts. When supposed fucking experts are proved, okay, when they're easily proved wrong, they're not fucking experts. When they contradict themselves and they talk out one side of their mouth and then the other, they're not fucking experts. Experts have consistency. Experts state information that is verifiable through the research or through experimentation or along those types of lines. What's been going on has not been experts. It's been fucking a couple of monkeys fucking a football. Okay, the supposed experts of the fucking World Health Organization, okay, ran cover for fucking China when this shit went rampant because, a bat must have bit someone or someone ate bat soup when it came from a fucking lab in Wuhan. Yeah, we're supposed to believe those fucking experts? Fuck you. It's not being indoctrinated. They're getting their information with an agenda. They've been indoctrinated to be skeptical of experts. No, people don't get indoctrinated into being skeptical of fucking experts, you sleazy piece of shit, okay? People that are skeptical, they're not, they haven't been indoctrinated into it. The thing is they're not agreeing with you, which means that, okay, these supposed experts and the bullshit they're slinging, which means that they're the ones that aren't indoctrinated. So let's be fucking honest. That's what you're talking about. They're not indoctrinated. Everyone else is indoctrinated. Buying into the bullshit that keeps changing and flip-flopping and, when it is inconvenient with one thing, it gets changed. Like I was talking about just mentioning changing. What happens is something becomes inconvenient, it changes. Something they get caught on. Oh, we got to change this. Okay. Oh, well, we have studies from outside the U.S. that are saying that masks don't do fucking shit. Well, shut up and wear your mask. You have supposed experts saying. Even though from, the Netherlands, I believe it was where that recent study came from. They said masks don't do a goddamn fucking thing for the most part. But you have experts here saying, shut up and wear your fucking mask. Ignore that over there. It's not even getting coverage by the mainstream press because it goes against your fucking narrative that these supposed experts are pushing. And because we see these things, we have to be fucking indoctrinated? Fuck you, get bent, burn in fucking hell when you die, okay? Choke on a dick, all right? Get anally raped by a fucking horse. All right? And that would still be too good for you when you're pushing shit like this. But anyway, so been indoctrinated to be skeptical of experts. So noting that the nation's top infectious disease expert says the vaccine is safe may not matter to them because Fauci's been proved a fucking lying, hypocritical sack of shit. He said masks, all right, as a medical professional, he said masks really aren't going to do shit for you. I mean, that's been known for fucking years. Then he's like, oh, well, why did you say that? Oh, well, we needed to make sure first responders had masks. Well, they had masks. So why did you then flip-flop? Oh, because it's about people putting a face diaper on, okay, about conformance, about compliance, about browbeating people, about fucking destroying the idea of the free spirit and free will of the individual, about getting people to fucking conform to this shit, because if you can get people to conform to this, you can push things further and further and further. This is about control. Assholes. I mean, this is ridiculous. Know your facts, but know that facts aren't everything. See, the reason why they're putting this here is because the people that are skeptical of this shit generally tend to be better informed about shit than the assholes that they're telling you need to indoctrinate these people. You need to manipulate these people. You know, you need to play their emotions on them. You know, use emotion on them. You need to do all these sleazy, shifty things to get them to get vaccinated. Because that's the case. Most of the people that are against this shit have seen all these things out there and went, maybe I might want to wait. Maybe I might not want to take it. See, that's what an informed public does, because they want this idea of where supposed experts tell you something and you just buy it hook, line, and fucking sinker. That's what they want at this point. I mean, know your facts, but know that facts aren't everything. Sorry, got to see the title again. It's one of those fucking sensationalized fucking things. A 2010 study found that trying to correct someone's perception can have a backfire effect. When you encounter fact that doesn't support your belief, it actually grows stronger. Or when you're countered with bullshit, lies, and propaganda that goes against your factual beliefs, you're not going to fucking sway. You're not going to back down because you know what's fucking factually accurate. But see, they want you to think that these people that are skeptical of the vaccine or hesitant or don't want to get it, you know, they want you to believe that they're all low IQ, low information people. But the funny thing is you actually go and look at the majority of people out there, okay? Like, you know, with the wealthy and, you know, those type of people. They generally don't get vaccinated. And it's because their doctors are willing to be honest with them and say, hey, you know, this might not be in your best interest health-wise because, you know, these vaccines can cause issues. You're perfectly fucking healthy. You don't necessarily need it. You know, the elites are like that. A lot of the elites aren't getting, you know, the majority of the elites, they don't get vaccinated for fucking shit. And they all survive and they all do fine. Well, let's just ignore that. All you peons need to get a fucking jab. It is often an uphill battle to convince someone that a deeply held view is flawed. Well, when you're literally using fact checkers like PolitiFact, Snopes, and everything else to push, you know, say that you're push your fucking bullshit, and they've been proven fucking liars. All right, that might be why you have a problem with a lot of these people. Just saying. Human beings are hardwired for bias. If you're a new mom who believes vaccines cause autism, do you look for research that shows whether they actually do, or do you Google vaccines cause autism to find stories to affirm your belief? But here's the thing. If you type in vaccines cause autism, you get all this shit being fucking curated by Google saying, no, they don't, no, they don't, no, they don't. You know, they hide the study from Japan where the MMR was proven to cause fucking autism because the combination of the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccines, okay, wreaks havoc on the fucking immune system, causes problems with fucking people. Okay, they found that once, all right, and they say, well, that's not true because look, they still get the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccines. Okay, the reason why they're no longer having that fucking problem is because they're no longer giving the MMR vaccine. They're giving measles, mumps, and rubella. They're giving them separately and they're spacing them out. And since they've done that, their fucking cases of autism have dropped dramatically, or I should say, vaccine-induced autism has dropped dramatically. And Japan as a whole, as a population, does not have genetic predispositions like, say, unlike, you know, Western Europeans for things like autism and shit like that to come about. And that's another thing that they ignore, that Japan, because of genetics, does not have that tendency to have autism as a commonplace thing. They start getting it because of the MMR vaccination and they go, oh, wait a minute, we don't generally have autism going on. They look into it, they find it, what's causing it. They then change how their procedures with vaccines. They're not saying vaccines are bad. I'm not saying vaccines are bad, but the combination of the three causes a fucking problem. So they give individual ones and they spread them out. And you know what? Their autism levels that were going up decreased. But let's just fucking ignore shit like that, okay? And you can't find that shit anymore about this study. You can't find it easily on Google anymore because if you type in something like that, they fucking inundate you with propaganda. Just like what you're wanting people to do to their family and friends and their fucking other people that they know, like their neighbors and other people in the community. Likely the latter, which is, all right, likely the latter, because, yeah, if you're going to do this, yeah, whatever, which is driven by motivated reasoning. Yeah, but the thing is you're literally getting browbeat with shit that says the opposite. So how the fuck does that work? You're trying to say, well, you're going to go and you're going to be, you're going to have your shit affirmed. No, it doesn't work like that on Google. Anyone out there, seriously, I mean, at least in the U.S., if you type vaccines cause autism, you're getting everything that says, no, it doesn't, no, it doesn't, no, it doesn't. This asshole, did they even do that's writing this shit? Did they even do a fucking Google search of that? Of course not. They just went, oh yeah, well, if you do a search for this, you're just affirming your shit because that's what you're going to find. No, anyone who's done that fucking search will tell you that's not how it works because Google's rigging shit. But anyway, so likely the latter, which is driven by motivated reasoning, our psychological tendency to perpetuate our own beliefs and dismiss anything that runs against our own views. Literally what the left has been doing for the last 4 years, going, not my president! Oy. However, if you and the person you are trying to persuade share the same identity or social circle, she may be more apt to hear what you have to say. She may be more apt. What, it can't be a he? Can't be a Z or a zer? You know, you talked about intersectionality, you cock-gobbling bitch. How fucking inconsiderate and rude of you to not cover he, her, he, him, she, her, they, them, z, zer. You just assume that the other person's a woman. And they're like basically saying, use the fact of those things that you share because you're like, say, if you're black, if they're black, use the fact that you're black to manipulate them. Don't look at them as an individual or a person. Look at them as a black. Look at them as black. That's what they're saying here. This is some fucked up shit. Be clear, transparent, and honest. When communicating with how can you be honest when you're pushing fucking bullshit? That because some supposed expert said it's true, you're being honest? No, that's not how it fucking works. But anyway, when communicating with someone who is hesitant about the COVID-19 vaccine, experts say you should tell them the vaccines from Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna are about 95% effective. Wasn't Moderna caught? Who was caught with like fucking cooking the books? It was one of the two, wasn't it? Was it one of these two companies that got caught cooking the books on their efficacy of the vaccine? I know a company was cooking the books. And if it's 95% effective, okay, then we don't need masks, we don't need social distancing, we don't need any of that. Because if people are getting vaccinated, then they're perfectly fucking safe. Especially after they get the second dose that's supposed to protect them. Because at that point, they've built up their immunity. Oh, wait a minute, no, we can't do that because, oh, no, we need to have the fucking face diapers on. We need to be subservient little fucking bitches, and we need to just roll over and take this shit because from now on, we need to do that because COVID-19's here forever. Oh, fuck me. Don't downplay the side effects. There are some, but they're not severe and they're short-lived. Oh, yeah, so those people fainting and passing out, those people having anaphylactic shock, anaphylactic shock isn't severe, people, okay? Your throat closing up and you choking to death, according to this fucking cockwit, isn't severe. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously saying this with a straight fucking face? Did you type this with a straight fucking face? I'm fucking perplexed on that one because that is some fucking majorly retarded fucking shit. And this idea that it's not severe and it's short-lived, okay, and the side effects, what's fucked up is the side effects are literally the symptoms of the fucking disease. Now, most people naturally get it, okay, and their body fights it off, they become immune. And they didn't feel a fucking thing. They didn't even know they were fucking sick. You take the vaccine, though, and you get the symptoms of the fucking disease, and you get sick, you get the chills, you lose your sense of taste, you lose your sense of smell, you get violently ill, you pass out, you go into anaphylactic shock and could fucking choke to death. But hey, it's safer than getting the fucking disease that's 99.9% recoverable from. Are you fucking kidding me? Thousands of people have gotten the vaccine and none have reported serious, long-lasting health concerns. Anaphylactic shock is not a serious health concern? Oh, I know it's short-term because they got an EpiPen and they were treated for it. Choking to fucking death, okay, isn't going to be a long-term fucking concern because if you choke to death, you're going to fucking die and it would be a short-term event. Assholes. Seriously. People seem to feel worse after the second dose and may need a day to recover. Yes, and they're showing all the fucking symptoms of having the fucking disease. Or not all of them, but a large number of them. Everything that they're experiencing is something you would get if you had the disease and had a weak immune system or whatever else that caused you to seriously get it. If you have extreme allergies, you should talk to your doctor first. Yes, because let's see, a doctor in Boston, was it? Just got the Moderna one. Had a major shellfish allergy and went into anaphylactic fucking shock, okay, basically had to get permission from them to give himself his own fucking EpiPen. And he's lucky he did because it stopped his throat from closing up and him choking to fucking death. If someone is concerned the vaccines were developed too quickly to be safe, they were released to the public about 11 months after the coronavirus surfaced. You can acknowledge it's normal to be fearful of things that were rushed, but explain the science was not compromised. Public health experts, those involved in the effort, and those who weren't, agree on that. Bullshit. If you're going to do something that quickly, corners get fucking cut. Even JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy could tell you that one. If you're going to rush something, shit happens. Corners get cut. You make mistakes. Okay? And the fact that it happened quickly and that they were able to do that, You don't want to give credit to Trump on that one. No. You want to make it sound like it's all the scientists. He was the one who got the fire lit under their asses to do this shit. Now, long term, are we going to know that's a good thing or not? Who knows? Because the last time a fucking vaccine was rushed was what? The mumps vaccine or some shit like that? No, what was it? It might have been the mumps vaccine. But anyway, the results of the vaccine was a fucking joke. It didn't do shit. I don't think it was the mumps. What the fuck was it? It might have been the mumps. I'm trying to remember. I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, it was it was rushed during Jimmy Carter. It wasn't mumps. What the fuck was it? Shit, I was reading about it, and it turned out to be complete and total fucking shit. And they're going, oh, it's perfectly safe. Just ignore the last time that something like this happened, where we rushed a vaccine. Another thing you could say is, this has gone really quick, but it's a really amazing thing for science, Van Bavel said. Some people are saying that this should be a model. We know now that we can do this in this time with this level of rigor. This is now going to be a model for future vaccines. And you know who we owe it to? Fucking Trump. But you don't want to give credit where credit is due. You want to make it sound like the scientists got this shit done. You want to make it sound like the big pharma got this shit done. No, it was fucking Trump lighting a fire under their asses. Model the behavior you want to see. So basically, be a good little propaganda shill and get your shot and show people that they should get their shot. Experts say what you do is more powerful than what you say. Telling people you plan to get the vaccine and posting a photo on social media when you do is far more potent than anything else you could share because it's perfect fucking propaganda. Exactly. They want you to propagandize this shit. We tend to look for cues in the environment about what others are doing to tell us what is the appropriate thing to do in this situation, Chapman said. Yes, because people, they're going to follow fucking idiots that are doing this shit. The fucking idiots will follow fellow fucking idiots, but that's about it. The people with a clue are not going to buy into this shit. And up until recently, none of us knew anyone who had gotten the COVID vaccine. Over the next month, we're going to have more and more of those cues. We're going to start knowing people who have been vaccinated. And you know what? It ain't going to change me from not getting the fucking jab. You really think people are fucking stupid. You think that doing this shit and propagandizing them and having the low information, low IQ fuckwits go and do this stupid shit of, pushing propaganda for you on social media, getting fucking vaccinated, okay? You think that's going to cause people like me to go and do it. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. It ain't happening. Research shows immediate connections in our social networks matter the most for changing behavior partly because they set norms about what everybody else is doing. Yeah, because people, all right, because average people, not these fucking retarded shitbricks, okay, who do it, all right, are going, that do it. It's everyone that does it, according to this moron. Model their lives after what they see on social fucking media. No, only fucking retards do that. So you're going to get retards vaccinated, but average people that have half a fucking clue and half a fucking brain are going to tell you to go fuck yourself. When we get vaccinated, Chapman said, other people who are like us will look at that and say, oh, well, I'm kind of like Gretchen. I guess that's the thing I should do. Oh my God. This is like the idea of, all right, you see someone smoking a fucking joint. Well, okay, I'm going to do that. You see someone smoking a cigarette. Okay, I'm going to do that. You see someone booting black tar fucking heroin. Oh, okay, they do that. I'm going to go do that too. They're seriously looking at it like that. That if we see someone booting up black tar fucking heroin, we're stupid enough to go, oh, I'm going to go do that myself. Always correct misinformation. If you see people who are fervently against the COVID-19 vaccine posting conspiracy theories on social media, you're probably not going to change their minds. Who decides what's conspiracy theory? Oh, if it doesn't agree with their fucking perception of shit that's been created by these supposed experts and everything, it must be misinformation? So they have to correct it? Fuck you. But even if you can't convince them, you can still debunk misinformation. You can post a link to a fact check or another credible source like the CDC. A fact check? You mean all these fact checkers who have been proven lying sacks of fucking shit? They're going to post those people? Fuck you. Okay, they're going to post things like the CDC who's flip-flop on shit? Fuck you. They're going to post the World Health Organization that covered for fucking China on this shit because they're supposedly fucking experts? Fuck you. They lied and covered for fucking China, and you're going to fucking invoke their name and say they're fucking experts? Fuck you. Even if you can't convince the person posting, you may convince some of the friends and family watching. You can also reach out to mutual friends and tell them you know a particular claim is false. Oh my fucking God. So you're now going to bother their fucking friends because... that is some fucking... Ooh. So if you're not going to convince them, you're going to ride their friend's ass to browbeat them into fucking changing their shit. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I know I've used that word a lot here, but fuck you. It deserves it. Get bent, you cock-gobbling bitch. Seriously, that's some fucking lines that you should not cross, okay? Harassing someone else who's not involved in the shit because you disagree with one of their friends or a family member or whatever, you're going to fucking get on that friend or family member of that other that's not involved in the shit, and you're gonna fucking go, well, they said this is wrong. You need to go and correct them. If anyone did that to me, I would fucking close. I would close them out on social media. If they tried calling me to do that, I would fucking hang up the phone. If they tried texting me, I would fucking ignore it. If they kept doing it, like on the note of the phone with the fucking calling or texting, I would block their fucking number. If they wanted to browbeat me into going and fucking trying to manipulate and browbeat another member of my family or a friend or whatever the case may be. That's some fucking sick, twisted shit. Getting on someone else's ass because you got a third person that you got a problem with what they're saying. That's fucking vile shit. Make the vaccine seem as uncontroversial as it should be. Chapman said the vaccine should be framed as the standard of care rather than something open to debate. Yes, because heaven forbid you actually leave something like this open for debate and you have people question the narrative and you have people provide information that, and facts that counter your fucking shit of your supposed experts. Heaven forbid you actually have something open for fucking debate. This is a free country. Everything should be up for fucking debate. We have free speech. Okay? So if I want to debate this shit, I should be able to debate this shit. But see, you don't want that. She referred to a 2017 experiment by Noel Brewer in which physicians announced it was time for a child's HPV vaccination rather than having a conversation with the parent about whether they wanted their child to be vaccinated. The announcement technique resulted in more parents vaccinating their children. So basically be a sleazy, disgusting fucking cocksucking scumbag and tell them, okay, they're getting the fucking vaccination, okay, and basically intimidate the fucking parent through that because... and instead of talking to them and giving them informed consent, which this completely fucking ignores, okay? There's this thing called informed consent. In order for a medical procedure to happen, you need informed consent. Right here, they're admitting that there should be no informed consent, okay? Doctors should just say, shut up and take the fucking needle. The doctors that did this shit, all of them should be up on fucking charges. All of them should have their fucking licenses revoked, and none of them should ever practice fucking medicine again. Because what they did is illegal by doing that, okay? Because there is something called informed consent. But they don't want that. They wanted like House, where they just tell you what like where he fucking decides what you're going to get and you're going to fucking get it. Or at least that's how he wanted shit to be with him. That's what they want. They want you to just shut the fuck up and do what they fucking tell you. You're going to get the shots that they fucking tell you and you're going to fucking like it. Because the hell with informed consent. We're just going to fucking circumvent that. We're going to manipulate these people and we're not going to get it, okay? And then we're going to praise doing that. This is fucking illegal. You can't do a medical procedure without informed consent, but that's exactly what they're doing here. That's what they admitted to doing here with the HPV vaccine, which I don't understand why a fucking small child needs to get a fucking HPV vaccine. What are you, expecting them to be fucking kid-diddled by one of you perverts on the fucking left that has it? Because no child should have to worry about, contracting HPV because they're not going out fucking screwing around having sex. But yeah, fuck informed consent. Let's just ignore that fact. We're just going to say we're going to give the kid HPV vaccine and the parents are just going to accept it. Because we don't need informed consent. Who gives a shit if it's against the law not getting it? You fucking cocksuckers praising that shit. Oof. That is some disgusting fucking shit. See, I knew that this was going to end up being another foul-mouthed news video because when I read this through this the first time, I was like, you motherfuckers, you sleazy motherfuckers. Like, you like, yeah, seriously. It's that fucking vile. Even the second time I'm going through this shit, it's like that. This is disgusting. The same should be true, Chapman said, of the COVID-19 vaccine. Don't make it seem like this is optional, she said. Oh, don't make it seem like it's optional. So basically, you're going to fucking you're not going to inform people, get informed consent, and that's perfectly fucking acceptable, according to Chapman. Considering it's against the fucking law, fuck you. Fuck you. An unintended consequence of many of the opinion polls about COVID vaccines is they may lead to some people to believe the vaccine is controversial, Chapman said, because heaven forbid you actually ask people what they think, and have a consensus going because, if you have more than a few people that actually take issue with it and other people know about that, it might make it seem controversial, or it could be the fact that you've got so many people that are questioning it that it could be considered controversial as opposed to seem. Fuck you. When pollsters ask people, are you going to get the COVID vaccine? That question sort of implies, oh, so maybe some people don't want to get the vaccine? I didn't realize that this was something that there was some controversy about, Chapman said. Well, yes, there is. I mean, when it's rushed out quickly, when you have, special immunity given to the vaccine, the companies producing these vaccines, when they've rushed them and you have all this other shit going on, yes, it is controversial. Deal with that. Don't try to ignore it. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to cover it up. Don't try to make it look like people don't have the right to choose and that there's that there's something called informed consent that you're trying to circumvent here. Fuck it. Which on that note, fuck you. Let's frame the COVID vaccine as best practice, standard of care, she said. Of course we're going to get the vaccine. That's what everyone's going to do because that's how we're going to stop this. This is what we're all been waiting for. No, I haven't been waiting for it. Fuck you, I ain't getting it. Go fuck yourself. Okay, you think I'm going to fucking buy into your bullshit? No, ain't happening. You think a lot of Americans are going to buy into your bullshit? No. Okay, and as more of this shit comes out and people start realizing this is complete horse shit, okay, because even when you start vaccinating a majority of people and they're realizing that they got a vaccine thinking they're going to go back to their normal lives and you're telling them they can't, what you're already trying to do, people like you, they're going to realize this is complete bullshit. And the people who don't want to get the vaccine now, most of them, it's not because they're anti-fucking vaxxers, okay? They might be hesitant about the vaccine, but the main reason why they're looking at not getting it is because 99.9 fucking percent of people, okay, pretty much across all age groups, except for the really, really old or people with multiple comorbidities. Okay, pretty much everyone else, though, has a 99.99 whatever percent, 95 to 99, we'll say, percent survival rate. Okay, the older you get, the lower, it decreases. So you're at 95%, or if you're younger, 99% or 99.9%. Why the fuck would I get a vaccine for something that I have a 95 to 99% chance of survival if I get? All right. Why would I get a vaccine for it? And that's what people are going to fucking say to this. And you don't want that out there. But people are going to realize this. They're also going to look at the fact if they get the vaccine and they're being told that they have to live the same fucking bullshit life that they've been living because, oh no, we got to protect grandma. And they're going to be like, no, fuck you. And you don't want that to happen. You just want everyone to shut the fuck up, take the vaccine, wear their face diapers, and be fucking good little fucking peons that follow the fucking rules, okay, and allow their rights and their liberties to be fucking taken away from them. Well, I'm not going to be one of them. Go fuck yourself. Go eat shit. Die. Fuck you. Okay, die in Minecraft, I mean. But fuck you. Go to hell. I'm done with your shit. And I've ranted and fucking called out this shit fucking for long enough here, okay? Yeah. I've covered this well enough. I'm done. I'm out of here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.